Hi Kabir bhai, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Nana bhai.
It's always nice to meet you, Kabir bhai. To our audience, let me introduce Kabir bhai. Kabir bhai is one of our real estate agent based on Minto, and he has been serving in this industry for a long period, more than a decades. So, Kabir bhai, I want to welcome you in our knowledge podcast. We are trying to provide some knowledge to our viewers who have some gaps. That's the only mention.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be in here. And also, I'd like to thank you, all of your viewers, those are watching this one. Really grateful idea for Narayan to do this type of program, which is actually encourage people to know more about the future, more about the present situations in the market, and especially real estate. That is really, some people are scared about it, but it is a good industry where people are more interested to know, because everyone dream about the property, everyone dream about their house. That's why I always say home sweet home. So that is the people's attraction always.
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, bhai, how long in this industry, bhai?
I'm already 11 years. I'm in this real estate business. So actually, I got my license in real estate in 2015. So now it's 25 years.
Yeah.
And before then, that also I started as working. So pretty much 11 years in this industry already.
Yeah. So let's start with your early ages. Bhai, whenever you started this one, so most of our viewers, they could be student or who have interest in this real estate business. And whenever you were starting, might be the scenario might has been changed currently, yeah. But do if somebody is interested in this business and they like to join as an agent, then do they require to have PR or citizenship in order to be a real estate agent?
Thank you. This is a very interesting question. So when I started my career, that time something was very easy and something was very hard. So if you go with the easy part, that to enter in the industry, it was the easy part because not so many competitions there. So easily can someone come and join and start. Now its competition is too high. So a lot of community peoples are get involved on this industry. So that's why you can feel it is a bit hard that way. But on the other side, we had a very hard period of that times that we used to work is like a donkey, so day and night to reach every single door steps. Now social media technology is so advanced, we are from in our desk we can reach million people. But when I start that times I have to go every single door. I did the door knocking, I did the letterbox dropping. So all this hard work we did. So that's why you can say always positive and negative is there. But if anyone like to join, really this is the amazing industry where they can move into it and they can achieve their dreams. That is the way. And also I say sometimes some people that whatever is the top level of the honor in Australia, if you assume like CEO of any big company, example Optus, Telstra, or even the Australian Prime Minister, so whatever his wages, if anyone see, okay, his wages assume 500,000. So only this is the industry where income don't have any cap. So that means that he can reach up to $1 million as his commissions, as his portfolio. So this why I should recommend, if you have a patience to do this one. It is a real estate is a hard work industry. Some people think all people are wearing suit and watching just moving around a Porsche car they are driving. But on the other hand, it is a very struggling to reach, and most important, the people have to trust you. People their whole life they save the money,
Yeah.
to invest somewhere, to buy something. So people want the trust from a people that who can give them a good advice, will be a good property for them or not. So a lot of things involved in here. We have personal experience. Those people trusty and those people well known, their previous background, definitely they can try this industry.
So do someone require to have PR or citizenship in order to start this career?
Truly speaking, that because of the those people are not PR or a student, they has a working limitations of 24 hours. If anyone think that yes, within 24 hours he is keen to join is this industry, yes, of course, this is another industry he can work 24 hours. But other way, it is a really hard job to only working 24 hours to grabbing the real test of the real estate business. It is really hard. It is a full-time job. I recommend anyone can try to start with it, get used to with this one, understanding the business, understanding the pattern, understanding the Australian government standard, rules and regulations as a student wise when they are doing it. When they become a permanent residence, that times they don't have to waste any more time. They straight away jump in and they can actually get their good result from it.
Oh, wow. Now let's start with your early ages. So, bhai, whenever you started this real estate in an initial year, how was it? Where you were able to the property more, or it was very struggling? How was your struggling phase?
Truly speaking, I there's another interesting part on my career. So that times I like to thank my family. Actually, my wife, she's helping me on that way. Otherwise, it wasn't possible to continue my real estate career because first year of my career, I sold only one property.
Oh,
Whole year, I just spend my times to learn, to establish because my company is not a franchisee company. And also the franchisee company has some regulations that your shop has to be street front, your office has to be that much square meter in size. So as a young entrepreneur, so it was hard for me to go that risk. Whereas I don't have any background. And good part was that times my family actually support me. That's why I could start on that times. The second thing is that when I completed my course of real estate, I submit my resume more than 12 real estate, and no one offered me the job. So I was actually shocked that what happening in here because I have a graduation degree, I have own business experience while I'm doing this one. So I took it as a challenge. I said, why not? Let's see what is the business is, and then if I fail, at least I can say myself that yes, I tried, but I failed. That's where I started my first beginning of the career. So I'm the founder of Property Caretaker Real Estate, the company which is not belongs to any franchisee company. It is my own sole brand. So I'm doing it, and also with me now another near about 10 agents working together. So yeah, I like to give the opportunity whoever like to come and learn from me. So I give them the opportunity to learn and execute your way, whatever is the best. Maybe I did whatever is the 10 years.
yeah.
If he will come and learn from me, maybe he would do it half of my years. Maybe 5 years he can establish his business. My door is open for everyone who like the real estate, who like to achieve there. But for me, it was struggling on that times. But now I feel confident that that was a good decision I made,
Yeah.
and that made my fortune.
Nice. Yeah. Now let's talk about the area. Why Minto? There are so many Sydney's main cities there. Yeah, northern area is there, which are like very expensive, poor area. They says yeah, but in compared to those areas, Minto is a little bit not so. Let's say they are parallel right now, but when you have started your career it might not be in the same panel stage at that time. So why Minto?
You're right, and actually, that times it is not like that. I didn't try it in city. I tried in myself to establish in city in one office. I think 6 months I tried over there to go on the street and find the listing. So, but where I'm doing that area in the city, but I'm receiving customers inquiry and calls from the local in here southwest because I live in here. So I run the business before in here. So people know me in this area rather than that. So then I found that I shouldn't continue on city because every day I'm traveling maybe 1 hours to go there, coming back, and not giving enough service. Real estate people always prefer is the local agents. So they try, and my community belongs in here. So everyone's supporting me and they know me, they trusted me. So that's why I decided, okay, though that terms his profile suburb wise, it wasn't that good. It is a medium level suburb. But when the declaration comes on, the new airport is coming. So everyone is more interested in the southwest of Sydney. So now the southwest of Sydney is the jam. So people are more interested than anywhere else to come in this area. The second option was, of course, the locations. I have to decide, find a good place to run my office, close to my family. I have a daughter, so I'm planning on that way that if I save 2 hours of time on my traveling, that 2 hours maybe I can better stay with my family. So that's why I prioritize both way mix and match, and I found this one is actually give me the good opportunity. And on my second year of my career, actually, when I decided that yes, this is the industry I gonna do, After 15, I did nothing. 16 was my career just pushed back. On 17, I'm totally established on my real estate to set only selling a land there. And that times we are selling a lot of land, especially in Danangot, the Willowdale estate, Bardia, the news, what is called, the post to the Admoson part. In here, in front of my eyes was a empty land. And if you, on that time, if anybody goes there, they will see every street is got my for sale sign there. So every single street, my signboard is there. So people see me, and I have a very good experience on that. I like to share with you.
Yeah.
So I'm not mentioning the company name. So I proposed to that myself to a company that yes, you are selling a home. Why not give me some listing to me to I can sell on behalf of you? So I have the selling capacity, and most of the people buying in here, they're our communities like Asian people. So I know their psychology. I know the understanding what they're looking for in the house. Like some people like master bedroom in the front, some people like master bedroom in the back. So I told them, let's give me the opportunity to do it. But they denied. They didn't give it to me anything. On after the second years, what every single estate got my signboard there for sale. Then now they comes to me and in my office, whereas I have a very small 30 square meter office.
Yeah.
So they come to my office and they ask me, this is the office you are sitting and you are sitting that many of let? I said, yes, I do. Then they says, why do you sell our homes? I said, you will be surprised to know I've been into your office and it was ridiculous. But thanks God, you guys came to me. Yes, of course, I gonna do. So on that times actually introduced Beam, not only selling a property, selling a house and land package, where a lot of people is considering that they don't know how to start with this process. It will be their dream home, but when you buy a ready house, that means you are buying someone else's choice.
Yeah.
But when you buy a house or land package, every single elements you can do by your own way. Maybe you want a small study look, maybe you want a small prayer room. So this type of things can customizable and on the house plan, especially if it is comes in a house or land package when we are selling it. So I feel confident people's need my help. I feel confidence that a lot of people don't know, especially the first home buyer. They are scared. They don't know about a lot of stuff. They knows a lot of information. Google makes a lot of things easy, but still, when critical situation comes, they need someone who can advise them that this is the right decision for you. And end of the day, they can decide there themselves.
So now there are so many types of buyers we have in the market, yes, like first home buyer who just currently got PR and citizenship. Yeah.
Okay.
To them, let's start with them. What suggestion that you would like to give if they have some kind of normally who is first home buyer, mostly in the average, they have the savings of like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, yes. And they are planning their income salary, most of them have as a couple, they would be having around in total 100 or 150K in a year. That could be their potential. These are very average salary they would be having. So for them, let's say in the Minto area, what advice would you give? Either to go and purchase directly a house, or it would be a good idea in terms of buying the land and after that building the house, having some passage. What would be your advice?
First of all, if anyone thinking about to buy a property, they should buy wherever it is. Now, second things which is in if I wish I had someone told me like this type of podcast in my times that Kabir, a student can buy a property. Nobody told me. I on the first year of my Australian career, so I had a good amount of saving because I work hard, I save some money. That times I try to invest, but I don't know that a student can buy the property. So, but when I learned this one, it was too late. So still now present situation also any student can buy the property in Australia. That is the first of all. A lot of people get confused that maybe student can buy only PR and citizen can buy. No, a student can buy the property, but they have to pay on top of that their regular stamp duty additional surcharge. They will come as a foreign investor category. When people are think about the foreign investor category, maybe it is expensive. No, it is the same property price. On top of that, at the moment by FIRB, Foreign Investment Revenue Board wise, they have to get a permission from there and additional 8% of the searches they can do. Because some Australia is the beautiful country where you don't have to rely on anyone. every single property transaction is done by a professional conveyancer or lawyer. So they will check all the checklist and make sure that every single buyer is in a safe hand. And on top of that, professional and experienced real estate agent is there to help them. So now come back to your questions that the people, student can buy with the limited budget or not. Yes, of course they can buy with the limited budget. Maybe they can't buy a mansion, but they can start with a unit. At the moment they are wherever they're renting, that property maybe they can buy. Or if they can't buy themselves individually, they can share the common investment together and they can buy some things. A lot of people also nowadays with the self-managed super fund, they're using their super fund to invest in a property as well. So option is lot of options there. So whatever budget you have, don't worry, don't have to come to me. Any professional real estate agent with experience, go to us and talk with him, discuss with him whatever is the your scenario. If you have 30,000 deposit, ask him what is the best advice. We just heard from a friend, then heard from a relatives. No, when you are in a pain, so you should not talk with a friend, you talk with the doctor. So especially any kinds of professionalism, you should talk with the proper professional persons who can advise you, who have the knowledge to advise you which will be the decision and be good. Or sometimes we've had a clients, they says, Kabir, could you please advise us? We got two options now. Should I buy a unit or buy a villa or buy an individual house? So that times I said, depends on what is your family circumstance. Sometimes maybe your job is in the city. Maybe your daughter or your son go to the school in close to the city. So though you professionally that job and everything's to manage, always individual house is better, but your family circumstance doesn't support you that one. So always property and investment wise, focus on what is your family basic needs at the moment. Then always maximizing your benefit. If you invest somewhere, that investment should bring more. And always I tell my client that when you invest in a property, don't think on the current, think about at least 5 years in advance. So that's way you can maximize your benefit, also focusing your all other options. Make a checklist when you can put that, is that close to my daughter's school or son's school? Is that close to my job place? Is that close to my wife's job place? Is that close to my community? So where you spend most of your time. So that things if combined and comes in a solid decision, that is the right property for you. Not necessarily where you have to go, which property you have to go. And budget wise, even though a small budget, whatever your budget, don't have to say in one anything. So whatever your budget comes to us or comes to any professionals, they definitely will give you some advice where you can start with. At the beginning, start with the small projects, then focus on the next year and the next projects. Every year you are paying rent. That means you are paying someone else's mortgage. Where we put your mortgage is there and you paid off your own property. So option is there, and especially our community peoples now they are making a group. That is a very good initiative. So if you don't have an individual capacity, make a trusted brother friend and make a group, and not trusting individual person, create a company. Under a company, put all of their names there, and together that company will buy a property. So that means everyone's their own share, own equity, everything is 100% secure positions. So people don't think that way, but option is there. Sometimes I got a clients, they kept to us and they say, this is the money I have. And in the same time, says another client also comes to me and they says, this is the money they have. But when I found that both has the intention not to live in that property, they had an intention to just invest somewhere. So I told them, why not? Both of you are the same community, same age group, understanding same, and goal is same. Why not march together? Buy this property combined, and after a few years, leave it like this. After a few years, you sell it, both of will get their equal share. Whatever you invest is there. And he says, how over trust? I don't know him. I said, you don't know him. That's okay. So sometimes we are invest in a multinational company. You invest in a share. That times really I know that company shareholders. Really I know this company director, CEO. No. Based on the company, based on the profile you invest in, here also apply same things, and it will be you name there, so you don't have to be worried that stuff. So whatever your budget doesn't matter, you just focus and invest and then wait. Rather than deciding and waiting, no, invest and then wait. Within your waiting period, you see you get some equity gain over there.
Yeah. So yeah, the most of the people, they are like they think as the sales agent is making some kind of business or something like that. But one of the very best suggestion that you have provided is like, if somebody has pain, then they have to go to the doctor. They have to trust on the doctor. In the same way, if somebody wants to buy the property, then they have to trust their sales agent, real estate agent.
Definitely, the agent is making as a profession. This is his profession. He's giving his advice, and he is taking some money as a his professional fees. So whoever work, nobody will work for free. It is not a charity organizations.
Yeah.
So that's why if you think, end of the day, my concern is that if it is a big cake and if he gave you the whole cake to you and ask for a share of a small bite, I think that is generous to give him because he is helping you
Yeah.
all the way to making you maximizing your benefit. Especially real estate agents work to maximize the vendor benefit. Buyer benefit, they put also considerations. But my personal philosophy is always has to be win situations.
Yeah.
Whoever selling, definitely they have to make the profit. And whoever buying, that is maybe hard earning money, maybe $5,000, it is very hard for them. So my always intention to helping two parties where both is in a winning situation. Both say, yes, I'm happy with it. Both say, Kabir, outstanding service. I like it. That's why. Sometimes the vendor says, what do you think about the buyer? I had my personal experience I like to share with you. What happened? I went to sell one property. So that times I placed the offer to these older families. They said, this is the three offer I got. You will be surprised, even though I said the figure, the numbers, this is the like example, 1,010,000, 1,020,000, 1,040,000. I got the offer from the buyers. And I'm transparent to my valuers. This is the offer I got. Decision is yours.
Yeah.
I'll just helping in a process. The vendor says, what is the background of this buyer? So I give them, this is the buyer. They are a older family, like a downsize their family home. Okay, Kabir, thank you. What is this buyer? I told them this is a middle age, working as a trade and doing good. No problem. Finance is approved. The third one, I says, they are struggling. They are a young family, like to establish a house. This is their first one. You will be surprised to know that first, second, third price difference was $30,000, and they decided to give the property to these people. They says they are starting their life. This house they will remember rest of their life. Kabir, ask them if they can reach bit extra to minimize our loss. Otherwise, we are happy to give them whatever is the offer they place.
Wow.
Exactly same information I transferred to them. I said, look, your offer has been accepted.
Yeah.
But this is the circumstance comes in here. So do you like to do anything is possible to make any top of that whatever offer you did? And they says, Kabir, we love your honesty. We love the vendor approach to us.
Yeah.
We have extra saving of $5,000 with that price, add on it, and we are willingly giving it to them. And both party on my handover the keys, both party was there and they share. Even though most of the time real estate agent when I sell the property, they give the gift. And this has happened with me where vendor giving a gift to buyer and buyer giving a gift to the vendor. See, that is the situations. I'm the witness of this. So not everyone hungry for money. Some people is still there who give the value for emotions, relations. These things is exist in the world. So don't lose your hope. Wherever you are, whatever is in your destiny, it will comes to you. Just be patient. Comes to the professionals who can help you and find some good things for you.
Yeah. In Australia, we have seen so many generosity in over here. At the time of the COVID, also government has shown their generosity and helped not only the PR or not only the citizen. They also helped the students who does not have PR and citizen. So this is the country of generosity. We are proof of it. That's seeing everywhere.
I say this is the country of opportunity. Where any newcomer comes to the country, they can grab their opportunity. If they are honest, if they are a hard worker, and if they have a patience and goals to set, they will be successful in this country. Lot of opportunities still untouched. So still they can explore these options and they can establish themselves. And this is why I'm in here. And I also recommend all people, those are in here as a migrant. This is the country you should look for. Best country in the world. And we are happy definitely as we have here. So
Yeah. Now, while let's stay in the topic regarding from buying and selling, let's talk about the leads. Why I'm emphasizing on the leads is like most of the immigrants when they come here, yeah, they can't afford to buy any property normally. They can't even lease the property because they don't have their proper financial statement, this and that. They require to share with the other persons. And as I have gone through that phase, might be other also has gone through that phase, so with whom they are sharing the property, though that's not their property, but they treat the one with whom they are sharing as they are the landlord, and others are like servants. Yes, they are not allowed to do this, they are not allowed to do that, there is always a complaint. Yeah, so for them who normally comes, please tell us what are their rights whenever they are paying. Most of them they transfer the certain portions of their rent amount to them. Yeah, and what are their rights?
Very good questions. And I love it because of I came in Australia as a student as well. So yeah, when I came in, that is was a big challenge to find a new property. A lot of checklist. I was scared. That, "Hey, what gonna happen? Really they gonna give us a property or not?" So sometimes I mentioned in my advertisement as well nowadays for rental property. When they if anyone go my website, they will see that we say international students are welcome. Because we like to give them the feelings that don't worry, don't be scared. Come to us. You are most welcome in this country. So this house needed for you. So that's why we give them the warm welcome so then they can feel it that they are not in a bad positions. Now come to the other. So this is the common person to person is vary. So some people treat it not good, some people treat it is good as well. But thing is that Australia is the country where the consumer rights is very strong. Yeah. So whoever comes in here, very easy, they can go to the Googles, they can go to the Service NSW and Fair Trading website. Even though breaking a lease, they have a structure that if you would like to, in a lease contract, if you like to break the lease contract, they have a specific time frame declared. Like if you less than a 50% of the property you all and the contract terms already live in, this much is the lease break fee you have to pay. So all these things is formatted. All this thing is created. You just have to explore, find it out. It is your rights or not under your way. So second thing is that people are very scared because they don't know the laws in Australia. So it is a bit frustrating and some people took the advantage of it. Yeah. That's why I recommend. So whoever coming in, stop with real estate agents. They will definitely advise you what is your law. And also government has their own customer service teams who are helping them like on the official hours. You give them a call and ask them, this is the situations. Maybe you paid the bond to someone and he didn't lodge the bond to the RBO. So in Australia, if anyone taking your bond, they supposed to deposit that bond straight to the rental bond online. So they should lodge the bond on your name on behalf of that person. So landlord can do it and real estate must do it. So they on the RBO portal, they have the options to put it, even though someone can create a bond link and send it to the tenant and tenant directly pay to the RBO rather than to the persons. Oh. That is the number one. Now, number two, with the condition of the property. Some people says when I enter into the property was like this. I don't know. Now when I'm vacating the property, he's charging me all these things. Whereas these things was previously broken, previously damaged. Have to make an ingoing condition report. And when you move out from the property, that times also you have to make an outgoing report. So if you have an ingoing condition report, that means whatever is the condition they give you the property, it is already there. It is already in the photograph and videograph already is there. Now, if anyone claim unethically, it is not be possible to prove it if they goes to the court. Yeah. Also in Australia, if anyone, the tenant can take a real estate agent even though go to the court. So it says ANCAT, New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal Court. So the agent usually take to the tenant if they don't comply with the standard and don't pay the rent or anything. But on the other way, the tenant also can claim to the agent that this is things is not justifiable to me, so I better take it to the court, and it is very reasonable. Someone pay 50 or $52 something is the court fee, and then the government took this place is very good shape. There will be an hearing, both party will go there, evidence,
Yeah.
judge will give the decision what should be there.
Okay.
Also, prior to that, they will give the options to negotiate by themselves. If not, also judge is there to do this one. So this is member in here rather than a judge. So member will decide. Especially but it's sometimes misunderstanding happen.
Yeah.
Then when it is went to the court, both parties understandable and problem is solved. So that's why I say know your rights first.
Yeah.
Whoever comes in the tenant, don't trust anyone. And every single things, whatever happening, even though message is admissible to the court as well. So that means if anyone give you any case of text message confirmation, don't lose it. Keep it, save it, screenshot, take it. So that will be available. Some bid can submit to the court as well.
Okay.
So you have a evidence, and nobody will take the money or take any extra advantage from you. So people don't know it. So yeah, through this podcast, I like to inform everyone, whoever coming in Australia, international student, international travelers, whoever taking migrations, the country with you, this country's laws with you, just you have to know where need to be. And also government giving the free legal aid service as well. So you have to know where the actual thing is there, where you have to knock. And all information is available. The real estate should give you the proper information. Real estate should give you the residential tenancy agreement, bond lodgement form. Everything's by compliance. The real estate have to provide to the tenants. So people think, oh, maybe they will not give it to me, or should I ask? No, you feel free to ask. No one will stop you. All these things will help you to understand is the next level. So ask them, what is your rights, what is the payment, and good. Some people will confuse in my recently I had deal with someone. So when we rented out the property, so he calculated is a monthly,
Okay.
and we calculated as a weekly in rent in here.
Hey, yeah.
So when he calculate monthly, but he is paying 4 weeks of rent.
Okay.
So then I had to actually take extra period of times to explaining them. If you calculate 4 weeks in a month, so that means 28 days.
Yes.
What about some other days in the month? So some month is that 30, some month is 29 and 31st. So that means 3-4 days gaps in here.
In a year, full.
Yeah, 4 weeks is gap. So that means it's a huge amount of money. 4 weeks you can't live in the free. So then I have to explain to him. So if you say you like to pay monthly, yeah, you have to advise me that I will add your rent into 52 weeks divided by 12. So that way will be your monthly rent. Otherwise, if you pay 4 weeks rent and you claiming you're paying monthly rent, you are not actually paying the monthly rent. So this misunderstanding happened because some other country in the world they are taking monthly rent.
Yeah.
But in here, we are doing as a weekly basis.
Yeah.
So all payment is weekly, so they have to pay the weekly rent as well. Yeah.
So as you have the experience that there is a scenario in which people are struggling to get the lease, yeah. So what you want to tell to the applicant, what they have to be ready in order to get the property in a lease? What is that main document they require to have?
Absolutely a tremendous idea to pinpoint what exactly the tenant needed. This who like to apply for a new properties. First of all, people think that real estate agents doing still manually the checking their income and pay slips and this is stuff.
Yeah.
They will not identify if they do something is not right. Yeah, but other way, the agent also doing the using AI technology nowadays. If anyone income doesn't match, that application will be red mark. That
Okay.
how much he is earning. I give you the example. Like anyone declared that he earned yearly $50,000. But his pay slips is saying he is earning $40,000. So it will be red mark is there. That you are not, whatever you are saying in the application form and whatever is your pay slip is not matching. So information need to be match each another's. The second thing is that, so if anyone earned $50,000 in a year and his property rate is $50,000 in a year, so real estate, this property automatically it will be disqualified because if your whole income goes to the rent, how are you going to survive? What will be your food cost? What would be the transport, living expense, other entertainment costs? So it is not. So you have to be apply or make sure that your income proof, it is the most important. Whoever giving you the property, they like to see that you have a capacity to pay. And people are very careful about this one, because based on this income, they also rescheduled with their mortgage payment.
Yeah.
If income doesn't come, their mortgage payment will be declined as well. So that's why most of the landlord advise us, take your times, but find a good tenant who got a clear incomes. Now come to the point that some people just arrived in Australia. Yeah, so that means they don't have any income both.
Yeah.
Some people just came in here, stay with some of the friends and families for last 3 months. They don't have any pay slips, or maybe some don't have any income statement, previous rental ledger, some sort of documents may be missing.
Yes.
The honest opinion will be on your applications. At the first beginning is a describe yourself is written there.
Yeah.
Give the people end of the day when you submit to your passport, the real estate agent can see the passport copies. They will see which country you origin, where do you work from, pay slips, everything they can check. And especially the property manager, they're very expert, very intelligent. They will easily track down all this, because every single day they are seeing 30, 40, 50 applications. And so they easily can judge this all. So there's some, but all property professionals, they read your application. If everything is matched, they read you, describe yourself. Give the total honest opinion.
Okay.
You write it down, like individual tenant should write it down. I came from XY country. I'm in here living 3 months only, or I just arrived in Australia. I have a sufficient money to put as a deposit money, 2 weeks of rent. I don't have any Australian history, but my bank statement is proof that I have enough money. So that is the one proof. That he can put a referee persons. This is my uncle or my brother or my friend living in here. They are happy to give me guarantee, or you can talk with them, take my word is there.
Okay.
Or whoever is Australian citizen, someone on behalf of them, make a contract that this is the people he is certifying they are good. So that's why people and real estate agent and real estate property manager, they are human too.
Yeah.
They understand the emotions, they understand the feelings, they understand the process of it. So then they will put themselves in a consideration to make the whole checklist. If one or two is missed, still they will understand, because of you gave all the information right and honest up in here.
Yeah.
People like the honesty. So definitely, whatever is your situation, don't try to be very smart. Don't try to hard anything. Real estate agents are smart too. Property manager is very smart, especially. So they knows what it is, and they will definitely track it down and try to give your income. Some people thinks, oh, I'm a student, I have a 24 hours limit, I do this work, but sometimes I do the Uber as well.
Yeah.
So don't hide that Uber and cab don't have to show that you can't show. No, totally different entity. So you can show maximize your income, you show your maximum your savings. All big numbers is attract the property manager more that to give you the property. So I recommend everyone fill the list they provide, 100 for the ID, previous rental history, pay slips, and all other things. If you don't have anything, write a note that I don't have this information, and for reason for it, why you don't have this one. Even you say I don't have a rental ledger, that means I just arrived in Australia. How come I have a ledger?
Yeah.
So you write it down properly that I just arrived in Australia. I don't have any rental ledgers. If you want, I can give you substitute some other documents which might can help you to give me the properties in here. So people like all different. And some people are thinking, oh, we are a bachelor. Maybe the real estate will not consider me and give the property to and renting to us.
Yeah.
But that is not the right way. So some people are especially looking for international student to helping them. This is no problem, Kabir. If they are paying the rent, I'm happy to give anyone who like to live in here. It is the most appropriate persons we needed.
Yeah.
Don't have to be family. Some people are thinking, so only family will get the prioritize. Some people think only bachelor will get prioritized. Family is not prioritized because of they have a kids. Maybe kids sometimes draw, pay, and vandalize the property. But some people like. So you don't know who is actually the vendor looking for. Yeah. So better don't miss the opportunity. Apply whatever property you like and take the opportunity. And it will take nowadays, if you save one applications in real estate apps,
Yeah.
to apply a property, it will take less than 2 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
So do the applications, talk with the agents.
Yeah.
Some people already do the applications. They thought agent will come back to you. No, you did the property. Or give him the follow-up call. Give him a text message. Hey, I like this property. Could you please have a look my applications and considering me as your tenant.
Yeah.
So on this, they write it down there. Yeah, that way people will feel it. Okay, this guy is genuine.
Yeah.
And he is put his approaching here. And end of the day, you are dealing with not a machine. You're dealing with a human. Every human, they have their own emotion, own psychology, own thinkings, their own preference. They will think about it and definitely they will give you the property. Especially all international students, you are most welcome. If you would like to admit to in this area, our real estate is really happy to help any international students like to take the property from us. We don't discriminate to anyone, other gender, race, religious, nothing. We will say we treat you as an individual human, basic on your applications and the vendor choice among the 3-4 application, whatever we receive, we'll follow this one. And our company policy is strict that will not do any discrimination anyway. It is not acceptable at all.
Thank you. Thank you, Kabir bhai. You have given us valuable time and with a lot of suggestions. Yeah. And I think with these informations, our viewer will be much more confident. Yeah. They don't require to be under pressure or under some kind of threat. Yeah, as you already mentioned regarding some kind of misunderstanding goes among the sharing persons also, that can be also resolved. Yeah.
Yes.
So please be confident. Yeah. And Kabir bhai is always there to help you. Thank you. Thank you, Kabir bhai. For your time.
Likewise, thank you. Appreciate you, viewer. Thank you very much to listening us all the way. Always wish you good luck. If need anything, any real estate matters help, feel free to give the call.
पिएचडी सुरु गर्दाखेरिमा चाहिँ कोही साथीले मलाई रेकमेन्ड गर्नुभयो इन्फर्मेसन सेक्युरिटी भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हुन्छ त्यो इन्फर्मेसन सेक्युरिटीमा चाहिँ पिएचडी गर्नु भनेर भन्नुभयो र मैले इन्फर्मेसन सेक्युरिटीमा पिएचडी सुरु गरेँ के गर्न चाहिँ र भोलि अब पढ्दै जाँदाखेरि हैन 5 वर्षको रिसर्च गर्दै जाँदाखेरि अनि बल्ल थाहा भयो साइबर सेक्युरिटी भन्ने चिज पनि के हुँदो रहेछ भन्ने कुरा